All right, ladies and gentlemen, for the fourth time, we are officially live with TMG in-house split 1.2. So the ladder actually reset last night, and our prizing went out to our top 10 finishers. And then after a few adjustments, we are launching split 1.2, which will also last 1 month, so March 1st to March 31st. And this is the first in-house game of that split. So it is a fresh ladder. Everyone is at, I believe, let me take a look to make sure, but I believe it's 833 MMR. Just reset everyone. Yeah, 833 is the average, 50-50. So that'll obviously adjust as the games go on, but we're pretty excited to head into our game here. So draft is already done. We're waiting, got another 75 seconds or so until the game actually loads in for the client. So let's look at draft real quick. Running down from top to support for each team, we have Ravens, who was actually our fourth place finisher last season in top lane for the blue team. Jungling for them, we have Trav16, who is a new player in the server. Mid lane, we have Motion. Honestly, no idea who that guy is. The Law TK, the GOAT, playing ADC, and Moach rounding them out at support. And then for the red team, we have, I want to say, normally it would be Flame top, but I think he's actually filling. We have Rose top, Mike Lazy jungle, Flame mid, Goatlista ADC, and Weaver support. So we actually have TMG Diamond bot lane facing off against each other on opposite teams, so that'll be pretty interesting. So now with that context in mind, just a little rundown of who's playing on each team. We can take a look at the draft. Obviously, like I said, it's already gone through, so it's not live or anything. We will get to see Night Ravens on Rumble, which in my experience is not fun to play against, so that is something to keep an eye on for the top lane. And we should be pretty close to loading into the game here. Based on draft, I can't really say that I lean towards either team right now, based off the draft alone. I will say that based on the players specifically, I gotta give blue team the edge in this one. Again, I don't think either team has really dominated the draft, but just looking at players, I think blue team takes this one. The Flashing Knight on Rumble, that's not really anything too surprising or out of the ordinary, but it's just another thing to keep an eye on, as Ravens being on the Rumble and having that Ignite might be able to create a bit of a top gap here. And then Mist versus Mike Lazy in the jungle, that is a Conqueror League. I believe, no, they're not in the same group. I think Iceborne's in Group A and RDG's in Group B. So they're not in the same group, but they're at least in the same league. Mike Lazy plays on Iceborne, and Mist/Trad plays on RDG. So those are two starting junglers for Conqueror teams facing off. So that is a pretty cool matchup to watch as well. So I'm excited to see the top matchup and the jungle matchup. Mid matchup, like I said, I don't really know much about this Motion guy. I don't want to, sleep on him or disrespect him. I just don't know much about him. And then Flame, I know, is a top laner, so we'll see how he can manage being off role. And then bot lane, I guess mid lane is the least interesting to see, because top and jungle already kind of ran down why those are interesting, and in the bot lane, we have TMG Diamond, ADC, and support facing off. And just one thing I want to emphasize, in case anyone is wondering, we did enable duo queue for split 1.2. So even though you see, Ravens and Moach in the same team to OE teammates, that is just by chance. They weren't able to actually queue up for that. So we're going to see a fairly standard level 1 bot lane Weaver and Goat Lista is going to give Mike Lazy a pretty nice leash here. J4 is going to start on his top side, and he's just going to solo that, no problem. For now, we're going to... Oh, looks like we got a pause already. Bros Undies are boom. And I'm not sure what happened here. Might have been from the pause or the classic NA spectator glitch. Hopefully the former. I'm going to try and run it back 15 seconds, see if that helps at all. Now let's just take a look at starting items. Again, really nothing out of the... Or they're pretty much like the exact same starting items, except for this right here. And Weaver's going to be looking a little bit aggressive here, getting the pull off, but getting stunned by the Taric. Weaver's taking a little bit of damage. Goat Lista is able to trade back a respectable amount onto the blue side bot lane. Overall, a fairly even trade, but maybe red side taking the worst of that one. And red side does get level 2 first. Weaver with a great hook, and they're going to be getting a ton of damage out on this Taric. Weaver with a fantastic hook there. He hit the first one. They went roughly even, maybe even a losing trade, but then he follows it up with hitting level 2 and just really applying the pressure here on this blue side bot lane. And they're going to just continuously poke here. Ash is going to throw that W down. Let me put the camera specifically on bot lane so it doesn't keep... let's actually take a look at mid lane here, as Motion is going to get chunked pretty low, a little bit less than half. We do see Jarvan is pathing bot now, so while the red side bot lane is playing hyper aggressive right now, and they're doing a good job of winning the 2-on-2, this could change very quickly with the Jarvan just sitting in this bush. He is going to get spotted by the ward, so Weaver and Goat Lista are just going to run away here. If Jarvan wants to use the flash, he can. He's going to EQ flash, but it's not going to connect the knockout. Weaver with the pull off to miss, and they are going to get the first blood. Going over to Goat Lista. That is a fantastic play by Weaver. And they turn the 3v2 at the same time. We didn't see what happened here. We're going to go back in a second. But Night Ravens right now is pulling off the 1v2. He's in a fat minion wave. He's still got a lot of health. He has the shield. He already killed the Yone. The flash to escape the Sejuani. Oh my god, a fantastic play by Night Ravens. He almost turned that 1v2 into a double kill. Still turning it into a fantastic winning play for him. And he doesn't have the TP, so... He's gonna instead elect to ward this tri-bush, and he's gonna try and catch this wave. Let's see what Sejuani decides to do. Right now, she's still recalling. She's standing on that recall, so it doesn't look like they're gonna do a dive. Night Ravens is not gonna miss any minions here, and just a really good play by Night Ravens. He's in a pretty good spot here. Night Ravens doing his best to kind of nullify the disadvantage that his team has right now, where red side bot lane had a fantastic 2v3 play led by Weaver's pull under tower on the Jarvan gank, and Night Ravens just completely nullifies that by getting a fantastic 1v2, almost getting a double kill like we said, but that was just a great play. Now let's actually go back and watch the beginning of that one, because we had to swap right after the bot fight. So Raven takes a really good he just straight up beats the Yone. I mean, Yone wanted to, bait in for the Sejuani, and then Ravens just has too much health for Mike Lazy to be trying this. I understand where Mike Lazy's coming from for wanting this kill, but it's just a rumble. This is kind of where he shines. And Night Ravens coming extremely close to getting the kill on Sejuani. Slightly different flash positioning there from the rumble, and I think he secures that. Now we're going to go ahead and speed it up a little bit. We don't want to miss anything here. So we're going to go to about 4:30, and then we're going to go back to 1x speed. We are about like 40 seconds behind total, so at some point we will get back to live. Night Ravens is farming under tower right now. He's technically down 2 CS, but he's up in XP. He obviously has the kill, so mid lane going very well for blue. Jungle, J4 did have the... Actually, let's go back 15 seconds, as there seems to be a lot of action bot lane. We have Mike Lazy hovering the bot lane right now of red side, and he's going to be running in with Weaver and Goat Lista pretty low, about half health right now. Law's going to flash and cleanse, but there is no way he's surviving this one. The best he can do is trade. Moach is going to flash and get the kill, and Law is going to almost kill Goat Lista, but he goes down here. So far, this is a 1-for-1. This is missed going in. He is going to kill Mike Lazy. This is going to be a 1-for-2, winning on the blue side, and let's just go back once again, because we missed the very beginning of that fight. It seems that blue side pushing into red, and Mike Lazy is just hovering here, but it seemed that Law was completely dead, and he survived for 4 or 5 seconds with almost no health bar. So I just want to go back, maybe watch this in 0.5 speed to see what happens here. A fantastic engage by Weaver. The good cleanse by Law to give himself some space. But he just gets thrown right into the mix, and he's sitting here at 200 health, and Weaver's getting chunked out. He's positioned pretty aggressively. Tarek's able to get the kill, but Law just does a good job of hopping into this bush here and just extending the trade. He will not kill the Ashe here, but he stays alive a lot longer than he should have. And then at this point, red side has used all their juice. There's not much they can do. It's a good stun by Tarek and a really good knockup by Trad. So Trad is kind of making up for that initial bot gank, and blue side is able to pick up a lot here. We're gonna speed up to 2x speed because we're almost 2 minutes behind now. Seems like there's a lot of action coming up. So we're gonna go to 5:30 here, and we're gonna slow it down to 1x. So we see that Weaver comes to the blue. And he's about half health now. We have Mike Lazy on these grubs. There's going to be a little bit of a skirmish here. And keep in mind, in the mid lane, Flame does have 6, but Motion does not. Flame is going to go in. Night Ravens is going to drop the ultimate here. Flame's going down. Mike Lazy's on this LeBlanc. Doesn't matter that LeBlanc doesn't have 6. He should be able to get the kill on Mike Lazy here, although Weaver does a fantastic job of protecting him. Mike Lazy is at 1 health right now, and Rose is doing a good job of... he's able to kill Night Ravens, actually. That's surprising. And Rose is just going to continue onto the Tarek here, and Tarek, I believe, does not have flash, so he is going to be a goner here. Mike Lazy is going to... Actually, not Mike Lazy. Rose is going to secure the kill, and now Motion, still not level 6, but he's doing everything he can in this fight, and that is just a clone, so it seems like for now, Notion is fine, but Trad with a fantastic EQ, it's going to hit Weaver and knock him up. Now, Flame is here, though. He re-engages with the E, and the root going down on Trad. Trad does not have the EQ for another few seconds. A fantastic pull by Weaver is going to secure the kill for Flame, and now Motion is greeting for the kill on Weaver. He wants it so bad. He's still level 5. Weaver is just playing games with him, keeping the distance, and now Motion will be happy to just leave this one alive, and he will flash. He will finally hit level 6, and he's going to have to take a reset. That was not a great sequence by Motion, but you have to feel bad for him, because if he is level 6 at any point in that skirmish, things go very differently for blue side. Overall, that seemed to be a winning skirmish for the red side, and I believe that the grubs are even. Not only did they win the skirmish, but they pick up the 2 grubs, so that is going to pay dividends the longer that this game goes. We have a Mountain Soul up right now. We're going to go ahead and speed it up to 4x because there's a little bit of a lull. We're going to watch this play on 4x just because we really need to get caught up. It seems that Night Ravens had a pretty fat wave there, and Rose calls his jungle Mike Lazy up, and they're able to get a good kill playing off the wave. And then in response to that, Trad is going to start the dragon, and blue side is going to get the first dragon. They're going to pick up a stack of the mountain dragon. We're going to go on 8x here. Doesn't seem like there's any kills or objectives taken, and we should be all caught up. And Mike Lazy is actually back to the top lane. This wave is in similar position. It's not quite as stacked, but Night Ravens definitely is the one that needs to make an adjustment here on this wave. The R coming out from Mike Lazy, the R coming out from Rose. Night Ravens is going to flash away. He takes both ultimates, and he has to use his flash. But now Mist is here, Trad is here. He's going to come in with the EQ. It is a good EQ, but it only hits Rose. The ult coming down from Night Ravens. It does a decent amount of damage, but it's just not enough in this situation with the 2-on-3. And Rose is going to continue on Trad here, but I don't think he's going to have enough. But Trad is kind of re-engaging onto the Yone. I'm not sure what he's doing. And Trad with... it's difficult to see what Trad was trying to do there. Difficult to see what was going on there, but Motion is now top lane, and he's going to see if he can secure this kill on Rose. Rose hitting Motion is going to take the tower shot, and this should be Motion's kill. Wow, that was there. We almost saw something crazy there, but it will be Motion picking up the kill, and that is a good job by Motion to roam there, pick it up. That is 700 gold for Motion, and if, it might be down a little bit in CS, but say what you want about Motion. He's 2-0-1 right now, and he's doing his absolute best to stay stay even with this Flame Lysandra. So right now, looking at the gold situation of the team and the buff situation of the team, red side is up about 3k gold, and they have 3 grubs compared to blue side's none. You have a Yone. Is a notorious split pusher. He's just going to beat everyone late game in the side lane. I'm not sure if he still built Hullbreaker or not, but he's definitely a champion that does a lot of tower damage. So you are at least happy to have it up here on him. Now, blue side, the kind of saving grace that they have is they did get the mountain stack. They're going to be a little bit tankier. They are in a better position to play for the soul, so they have that win con if they want to play for a scale or something like that. But in terms of who has control over this game right now, I think it is pretty undeniable that would go over to red side, having a 3k gold lead and those grubs for just like the early game power on these objectives. We don't have the live comms of red side, but I don't think they are too upset with giving that first dragon. I think they're totally okay with that. And Night Ravens and Rose are going to be in a little bit of a duel here in the top lane. Night Raven's getting dangerously low. He's going to drop the ultimate now. Rose is also dangerously low. Both these top laners are quite low right now. Rose a little bit healthier than Night Ravens, and it looks like Weaver was able to secure a kill on Trad here as red team is kind of just running over blue in the bot lane. And Rose is going to go in on Night Ravens, and he might actually survive it. No, he will not. He was extremely close to surviving that one. All in all, that is a winning play for Rose because Night Ravens is going to lose these minions, both the gold and the XP. So even if it's only 4 minions or so, that is Rose going 1-for-1 there is more beneficial for him. But if you're Night Ravens, I think you're just happy to have gotten that kill because I think that was 5 to 10 damage away from him just surviving that one. That was really close. So I think Night Ravens is just a little bit relieved from that one, but when you're looking at it from an objective lens, I think that is a win for Rose. And again, the bot lane on red side, Weaver is having a great game. He's hitting, it seems every hook he's hitting, and it is perfectly timed with these engages. We're going to go back in a second, and we're going to watch how that bot lane play started since we are caught up. So we're just going to go back here, another 15 seconds. So it seems like it's a 3-on-3 bot lane, and Flame is going to get the roam first. LeBlanc is going to use kind of a shortish TP there, not the most value out of that TP. And just from this red side team, the CC is just once you get on someone, it's very easy to secure the kill. You have the slow from Ashe, you have the stun from Ashe, you have slow from Lissandra, stun. You just have so much CC from these bottom 4, or I guess you could just say the entire team of red side, that when all 4 of them are here in a 4v3 or a 4v4 skirmish, they are definitely going to be able to lock down some targets. And Mike Lazy's actually going to escape that one. It looked like Mike Lazy was a goner there, but he does a good job of escaping that. And we're going to go ahead and speed it up to 8x. Does seem that blue side is going to grab that dragon, and in response to that, Mike Lazy is going to pick up this Rift Herald. So 4 grubs and Rift Herald to the side of red team, and 2 dragons so far, a mountain and an infernal on the blue team. So we'll see what Mike Lazy does with this Herald. The Yone is definitely gaining some momentum in the top lane. Night Ravens is hanging in there, absolutely. That's not to say that this is a disparity in the top lane, but just the power of Yone is starting to come online, and he's just a menace to deal with. So it's interesting to see if they want to maybe snowball the top laner as much as possible, or where you want to drop that Herald if you're Mike Lazy. There's always the threat of having it when you pick it up. Sometimes you don't want to drop it right away because there's the threat of what you could do with it in the future, similar to TP for top laners. The mid tower here is going to be getting extremely low. I think that red side is just going to pick this up. Not much contention there from Motion or blue side. I mean, the tower was just so low. There's not much they can do. Flame and Mike Lazy are roaming together here, and I think this is going to be extremely impressive for the blue side bot lane, and Law has a good cleanse there, and he's going to flash out, go Lista with the ult. It's going to hit Tarek, so they're not going to be able to really bring him down there, as the Law TK is actually going to kill Weaver there. He's going to get a 450 gold shutdown. This could be a fantastic fight for blue. They're heating up, they're continuing. That's a shutdown for Motion. That's a 500 gold shutdown for the LeBlanc, and now Flame is getting quite low too. The Tarek E is barely going to hit. Lissandra is 1 hit. Flame is going to escape. That is so brutal that he's not able to get the last hit, and Rose is here onto Motion. He is going to get chained, but it doesn't matter because the Q3 comes down and he survives, and that is a
incredibly winning fight on the red side. They're also going to drop the Herald. Now on the side of blue side, you do have Night Ravens pushing this top tower, but it's a rumble. He's not the he does more tower damage than I give him credit for, but he's not a Yon or a Jax or something like that. So I don't believe he's going to get this tower altogether. Red side picking up the bot tower, and I believe that was a 3-for-1 play, or a 3-for-2 maybe, but 2 shutdowns on blue side. So that does help even it out a little bit. I think it was 450 gold on Law and 500 gold on Motion. So you're happy to get those shutdowns if you are blue side. But then the beginning of the fight looked so good until the red side just absolutely took over, and then using that Rift Herald like we talked about, using that momentum and getting the tier 1. If you're blue side, you secured the first 2 dragons, and you absolutely do have your win con in that. Taric going a little bit heavy here. That CC that we talked about kind of coming into display there for the Taric. It's just kind of you get hit with one thing, and if they want to blow their load on you, you're just going to go down. The Ashe ult into Lysandra CC or Pike CC. There's not much anyone can do there. And Motion is going to be getting hit by the Pike pull, but he's going to escape from that one just using a W. So bot lane has Night Ravens in the bot lane right now. Red side has Night Ravens in the bot lane right now. He's going to rotate up to this mid lane as, those grubs are kind of paying off here as they are really shredding the tower. I think blue side rotated enough here to maybe look for a play. Red side's definitely not going to get the tier 2 tower right now. They got a lot of damage, but they won't get the tower. And blue side is going to be looking for an engage. The Rumble ult coming down and the J4 ult, but a Yon ult kind of countering all of that, displacing them. Blue side's getting quite low. Flame is doing quite a bit of CC here. Red side is looking like it is impossible for them to lose this fight. Night Raven's in a decent position, but he already used his ultimate. He's going to get CC'd. Motion's going to flash out and get the secured kill onto Mike Lazy. That is a 3-for-2, and Flame is potentially going to go down to Motion here. He will go down to Motion. That is another shutdown for Motion, but they pick up the kill. That is in total a 4-for-3 winning on the red side. Gold-wise, though, it is a winning play for the blue team as they get a 600 gold shutdown onto Smolder. They get a 600 gold shutdown onto LeBlanc. Again, kind of the balancing factor in some of these trades where maybe red side is coming ahead by 1 or 2 kills and it ends up being even or even slightly winning for blue side because of some of these bounties. So don't let these fights fully deceive you. It's not like blue side is leaving these with absolutely no value. It's just that red side is winning in terms of how many people they're killing and what they can do on the map afterwards to punish or their tempo. But blue is absolutely still in this game. The 2 dragons and securing those shutdowns. You're in a game like this. You do not mind having a Smolder ADC. You're totally fine just scaling up. You have the Rumble scaling as well. I know LeBlanc is not the best scaler in the game, but you're okay with having this setup if you're blue with these conditions of having the 2 dragons over 0 of red side. But red side just has so much control over this drag pit that it seems like it's going to be 2-1. This dragon is going to go to red, and it's just going to be... Although Weaver is kind of engaging there, blue side is going to back up a bit. They're going to really respect red here. Red is going to get that Scuttle Crab, and then they have not started the dragon again. So I think blue is kind of fine just waiting this one out. They don't really have to do anything until red starts it. I mean, they don't have to be here to begin with. They could go for a cross-map play, but a fight is engaging here as Trad with an EQ flash ult. He's trapping Mike Lazy. The Yon is going to go back. Night Raven's about to go down. He is dueling it out with Flame. He survives for longer than expected. Flame goes down. The Yone is kind of destroying blue side's backline. Goatlist kiting as well as he can, and Weaver is going to pick up the kill onto Trad. Yone, he's still continuing on the Taric, but I don't think he's going to get the kill. That is a 4-for-1 on the side of red side, a huge win for them. Weaver is still kind of fishing for the Taric, and I think he will get the interrupt as Taric is going to just cancel it himself, and Weaver wants this kill. He's playing aggressive, using the Ignite there. I like the pressure from Weaver. Red side does pick up the dragon to make it 2-1, and now it seems they're going to go for this Baron. I like the play. It seems like they have just enough time. Let's see if blue side thinks that they can get here. You have actually the hex. I didn't realize what map it was. So you have the hex gates, which are going to help tremendously. But wow, Red Side's Dragon is a lot quicker than I thought. I absolutely was not expecting that much damage in 15 seconds. Props to them, and probably knowing Weaver, being on a team with them, probably Weaver making that call to rush the Baron. So props to them for doing that. I'm honestly amazed that they were able to nuke it that quickly, 21 minutes into the game. But a really good sequence for Red Side, going 4 for 1 in that Dragon skirmish, picking up the Dragon, and then Weaver with the pressure onto Taric, and then rotating to the Baron. Even with those Hex Gates, even with the LeBlanc mobility, it's just not enough. Red Side just has a tremendous Baron damage. 15 seconds at 21 minutes, that was really not expected by me, but a good heads-up play by them. If Blue Side wants to win this game, it's going to take a miracle. I hate to say it, but you have the scaling and the dragons like we've talked about, but they weren't even remotely close to winning that dragon fight. So unless Red Side is kind of like voluntarily trading the dragon to secure a Baron or something across the map, I don't see that many opportunities for Blue Side to stack those dragons. Trad is going to get just absolutely CC locked here. Once the first CC comes down, there's not much he can do. Motion is going to see if he can pick up a kill on Flame here to even it out. Motion's going to get him low enough for Law to pick up the kill onto Flame. So that ends up being a 1-for-1. Although Motion is getting quite low and actually goes down to the Ashe W, but a fantastic engagement of Taric. That's going to be a shutdown onto the Ashe for the Law TK. The Yone is here, and he is huge, but it's a 1v3, and his E is not in good position as Night Raven is going to pick up the kill. That is a 2-for-3 winning for Blue Side, and they get a 750 gold shutdown onto Law. Now, I know I was just saying that it's going to take nothing short of a miracle for Blue Side to win this game, but that is absolutely the first step in coming back. Winning the numbers game overall, going 3-for-2, but also getting the shutdown in the position that they're in, that is massive for Blue Side. So a really good play for them. I think that sparked off of a really good Taric flash stun. So a good job by Moach on that one. And they're still, Blue Side is still significantly behind, but it feels really good for them to kind of proactively make a play like that, and it actually works out when you're behind, 10,000 gold. It was probably even a little bit more at that play because they evened it out there. Weaver and Flame in this bush here. Motion has, no, that's actually Red Side's ward, so that was just good intuition by Motion to know that they could be there. Weaver and Flame were looking for the pick on him, but a good E there. I had the vision here to know they were coming in. And Trad is kind of hovering this. If Weaver and Flame don't get out relatively soon, they could get caught by the 4-man of Blue Side. Rose is just farming in the top lane right now. He had the unfortunate 1v3, but just looking at his items and, comparatively in the top lane, Night Ravens is not playing poorly by any means, but this is just a pretty significant gold gap there. That's almost, I believe that's like a full item at this point. It's like 3.5k gold. So the Yone is very strong, and Blue Side, seeing that Yone isn't at this play, is going to engage. Goatlista getting pretty low here. Goatlista getting down to about 10%. That feels really, really bad for Blue Side, going for the engage there and not securing a kill, while both side laners for Red Side are going to get tier 2. So that's a lot of gold picked up for them. Nearly a 15k gold lead for Red Side. And I understand what blue team wanted to do with that look, but it just feels really rough to not secure anything from that. And meanwhile, you're losing your tier 2 on the side lanes of top and bot. The next dragon is coming up in 45 seconds, so we'll see how this one plays out. I would think that both teams are going to make an effort to contest this one, and I think that it is going to take a big mistake from Red Side for Blue to get an opportunity to really position themselves here, or just a fantastic pick from Blue. But I don't think, unless Red blunders or is down numbers, I don't really think they can lose this fight, just with how much of an advantage they have at the moment.
the last time that Blue Side had a anywhere close to an even play was the last skirmish towards the Dragon when Tarek had the good flash stun. But since then, it's been pretty limp on Blue Side, not having a lot of gas. Although Night Raven's doing a ton of damage to this Yone right now. They're trading back and forth. Night Ravens is going to drop the Ignite and the Ultimate, and he's going to get a fantastic 1-for-1 kill there. It was really close on both sides, but Night Ravens is going to survive and get the kill. Now, that 1v1 skirmish in the top lane does not really end up impacting the Dragon or the other side of the map. It seems that Red side was able to secure that no problem. This is their second Hextech Dragon now, so they're starting to stack those up. I don't anticipate Red side playing for a sole win con this game. I don't think they need to. I think as they're pinging for right now, they can just head on to this Baron, get the Baron, and then just play the next 2-3 minutes properly, and this game should end. Night Ravens, though, showing that this 1v1 against the Yone, he can absolutely hold his own and more. That was a really good play by Ravens to pick up the kill on Yone. Just feels bad for him and Blue Side that even winning the side lane battle there, you're not able to capitalize anywhere else on the map. But nonetheless, that's something that Blue Side will take when you're this behind. The Baron, the ultimate coming out from Goat Lista, but it doesn't seem like it's going to land. Weaver looking for a pull. He's going to get it onto Tarek. The Smolder ult coming down. Tarek ult also coming down. The Yone TP at a really good angle here. Is he going to ult over that wall? He's not, but Blue Side is actually turning this fight. What is going on? Blue Side actually with a 3-for-0. Not a single person on Blue Side just died, and they got 3 kills. We're going to have to run that one back in a second. Excuse my French, but I don't know what the fuck just happened, but that blows my mind. We're going to go back in a second, but we're going to watch the rest of this Baron fight as Trad is going to go in onto the Sejuani and look for as much CC and disruption as possible. The Yone is full health, where the Sejuani might be getting poked out a little bit, but she's just too tanky for that to be meaningful. The Baron at 3k health as Mike Lazy is going to queue in. Now he's going to flash, but he's a little bit early. He's not going to be able to secure it. Law is going to get the kill onto the Sejuani. Blue Side is going to get this Baron, no problem. Law is also going to pick up the Yone for a double kill. And that is an incredible turn for Blue Side. They must have heard me bashing on their chances to win this game. They just go 5-for-0 when they are down more than 10,000 gold. They go 5-for-0 and they get the Baron. Just an absolutely insane turn of events for the blue team. And we are going to go back now and see just what the hell happened there. It seemed that this whole engage started with a Ashe ultimate looking for a pick, and then the fight just got extended and extended and extended, and I have to give props to the Law TK. That was a baller fucking dodge. That was an insane dodge. If the Law TK does not make this dodge right here, this entire fight and sequence and game has a different outcome. That was a great dodge by Law TK, showing why he is TMG Diamond starting ADC with those mechanics. But this fight is just going to get extended, and there's just too much going on here. So we are going to put this in 0.5. To try and analyze this fight, because there is just so much going on. Law with a fantastic dodge. The Ashe ult doesn't land, and Red side is still going to be playing kind of aggro here. Weaver jumping in. He does land the pull, but it's on the Tarek. That's not really who you want. A lot of CC going down from Red side, but it seems to all be on the Tarek. Tarek getting to about 20% health, and then ulting, and Motion with a really good engage here, pumping a ton of damage onto the carries of Flame and Ashe, then CCing Mike Lazy, and I mean, Pyke, Ashe, and Lissandra all go down here, so it's now a 2v5, and it doesn't really matter how strong Yone and Sejuani are. This is simply just a Baron for blue team, and yes, like, Mike Lazy does have the opportunity to steal this Baron, but they're not going to win the fight outright. So you're in a losing situation already if you're Red side, and I don't blame them for going for this, but let's just see what happens here. I know that Mike Lazy was saying very well played on that in the chat, so I'm just curious what he was referring to. The Baron getting down to 3k here, and he's gonna... Does he maybe... Not really sure what happened there. Did he maybe like try to queue and it didn't
didn't go off, so he flashed over instead. I'm not too sure. We're not gonna analyze that one too much because we're falling behind now. We're gonna go on to 8x speed here and catch ourselves up. Seems like some action is approaching, so we will slow it down to 2x now. And blue side just really running it down mid, getting 2 towers here. And let me go back 15 seconds to see what happens. Blue side getting that tier 2. Seems like they posture a little bit aggressively for the tier 1. A nice pull comes in by Weaver. The Ashe ult comes down from Goat Lista. The Yone ult comes down from Rose. The Law TK responding with the Smolder ult, and that's actually a big win for blue side. Yone is going to be down for 50 seconds, and he's one of the stronger members on this blue side team. Now, Trad is going to be roaming top here, hovering top here, as he's going to look for the Sejuani. But speaking of the Sejuani, Mike Lazy getting that ultimate down on, let's just real quick go back. So Trad kind of hovers for the Sejuani, nothing there. Sejuani Qs out, wraps around here, and Night Ravens just the CC is just too much on red side, as we've talked about. You get hit by one spell, one item of CC, and it's over. There's nothing you can do. The re-engage by Mike Lazy, he's taking a lot of damage. He is quite tanky, but you can't, 30 minutes into the game, when they're starting to scale, you can't really just eat that. And now 3 people dead on the side of red team. You do have the Yone coming up in 10 seconds. The Rumble and the Smolder going down for blue side, so a lot of your damage is gone. You don't have a ton of gas, but I don't think that's going to stop Trad in motion as they want to get this kill onto Weaver. And now I think they will say, you know what, we've had enough. We've turned the tides of this game. Let's just take a reset. Weaver is going to be looking for a little bit more on this. Ooh. Weaver does get the pull, but Trad is just going to get an escape here. We're going to speed it up again to 4x because we want to be as live as possible while spectating. Go back to 1x and rewind this. It seems that Rose goes for a fairly aggressive E over. You know, he can always go back, so I say aggressive, take it lightly. And then he's taking a little bit of damage here, kind of staying at the edge of the dragon pit. So he's taking a lot of damage there. He's not able to re-engage this fight. He's actually going to go down to the Night Ravens ult. Mike Lazy is going to secure this dragon. Trad going in on Goat Lista. Goat Lista is going to have to flash out of the ultimate. The Law TK is going to pick up the kill onto Goat Lista. And LeBlanc is going to TP mid. I think blue side might be going for the end here. They have all 5 up while you have 2 30-second death timers on red side. There's no Baron here. So the push isn't as good as it could be, but they are definitely committed to this by the way they're posturing right now. Flame getting a little bit low. They don't have a ton of minions on blue side, so you really just need to wave clear. Flame is going to go down. There's not much he can do there. Mike Lazy trying to disrupt these minions. Trad might be a little bit too deep, but no, he's able to drop the tower aggro, and blue team is just wailing down on these towers right now as it's open Nexus, and I think blue team successfully completes the comeback. That is congratulations to blue team for one of the more exciting in-house games we've had this season. Just really impressive. I want to specifically shout out the Law TK for, let me just go back and highlight this dodge because that was kind of fucking insane. That kind of changed the whole game. So My personal vote for MVP there is the Law TK on the Smolder. This arrow dodge is just, that is something else. I think it's coming up right here. Yeah, so red side posturing for this pick on Law. He's just farming mid. He has essentially no vision. He knows that the Ashe is here, but he has no vision that the Pike is parallel to him. And Ashe just firing that ult. It's going to come down in a second. And look at the reaction time from the Law TK to dodge that shit. I mean, that's an MVP performance right there by the Law TK. And then the ensuing fight to kind of turn this game around. But congratulations to Night Ravens, Trad 16, Motion, the Law TK, and Moach for a really strong performance. Never letting themselves, never saying we're out of this game. Always doing something to continue their chances of winning. So a really strong comeback. I believe at one point they were down 12 or 13k gold. So one of the
one of the largest swings we've had in Inhouses so far. But GG's to both teams, and we're going to see if we have enough people to head into a second game.